I'm Rebekah. Welcome to this quick morning Vinyasa sequence. I hope that it does everything I wanted to wake you up and prepare you for your day. So we're going to start today in Tadasana. So just come to the front of your mat. Make sure that your feet are hip width apart, toes are in front of the heels. Once you're happy with your feet, stand up nice and tall and gently blink the eyes closed. Slightly press the knees back. Tuck the pelvis, feel the whole body engage from the waist down. Take an inhale, lift up through the crown of the head, create space between the shoulders and the hips. Roll the shoulders back and down, really trying to create a little bit more length across the collarbone, maybe even allowing the palms to face slightly forwards. All of the body is engaged from the head all the way down to the feet. Feel that grounding, that connection between your feet and the mat, whilst at the same time lifting up through the crown of the head and creating space. Take a couple of breaths here and start to notice your breathing pattern. Start to take an inhale, fill up the belly, move the breath up, fill up the chest, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the chest and pull in the belly. Once again, inhale into the belly, move the breath up to the lungs. And exhale, drop the chest, pull in the belly. One more, this time with arms. Gently blink the eyes open. Pull the shoulders back, open the palms forwards. Inhale, lift the arms up. Inhaling into the belly. As the arms reach shoulder height, turn the palms upwards. Inhale up into the chest. And turn the palms out as we exhale. Allow the chest to relax. And pull in the belly at the end, letting out that last bit of air. Find that even balance between the front and the back of the feet. Stand nice and tall, take an inhale, lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale, begin a super slow roll down by starting the chin to the chest. Keeping the back straight, roll the shoulders forwards. Feel the upper back start to stretch. Feel it down every vertebrae as you roll down. Allow the arms to hang. The head hangs loose. And maybe taking a slight bend in the knees, you come all the way down until your fingers graze the ground. Just put one hand in the opposite elbow as we hang in ragdoll. Really try to latch the fingers into the elbow crease so that you don't have to hold on to the elbows. Let the head hang loose and allow the elbows and the forearms to pull and hang from the shoulder sockets. Keeping a bend in the legs just so you can really focus on the back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Release the hands, allow them to touch the ground either side of your feet. Take an inhale, come up to halfway lift. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen out in the spine. Imagine you're peeking over the edge of a cliff. Exhale, roll back down, keeping the legs as straight as you can so you can really start to feel it in the back of the hamstrings. Take another deep inhale, lengthen out of the crown of the head. Exhale, pull in the belly, fold down a little deeper into your forward bend. Take an inhale, plant the hands either side of the feet to prepare. And take the right leg all the way to the back. Drop the right knee, come into a low lunge on the left leg. Sink the hips forward, feel that right hip start to open. Keep the chest lifted and the eye gaze ahead. Take an inhale here, push the chest through the shoulders. Exhale, walk the hands back. Fold down over the left leg as it straightens. Come into your half splits. Inhale, walk the hands forwards. Bend the left leg again. Sink the right hip down. Low lunge. And exhale, walk the hands back, straighten the left leg, fold down, bringing the chest towards the knee, head towards the shin. Inhale, walk the hands forwards again, sink the right hip down, and really push the chest through the shoulders. So we're pulling the shoulders back. Keep the eye gaze lifted. And exhale, straightening the left leg, walk the hands back, fold down over the left leg. One more inhale, walk the hands forwards. Come back into a low lunge. Plant the right toes and lift the right knee. Plant the hands down, take the left leg back, come into your high plank. Make sure that your alignment is good here. Slightly turning out the hands so that the V between your thumb and index fingers is pointing forwards. Press down in all of your root knuckles and lift the pelvis so we're not dipping, we're also not arching, making a nice straight line from heel to the crown of the head. Take an inhale here. Roll the body forwards, come onto the tips of the toes, drop the knees down, and exhale, coming all the way down to the ground, elbows hugging the ribs. Untuck the toes, lift the knees from the ground, inhale, shoulders, head, chest lifts for cobra. Exhale, plant the toes, press back to the knees, lift the hips up and back, come into your downward dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up, come into your three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the right hip. Take an inhale, lift up onto the tippy toes of the left leg. Exhale, sink down onto the left heel. Take a moment here just to glance down at your hands and the mat. Make sure that your shoulders are level with each other so we're not turning the body. We're only turning the hip. Close the right hip. Inhale, extend the right leg up, come into your three-legged dog again. Bend the right knee, curl up the spine as we pull the knee into the chest. Bring the right leg all the way forwards as far as you can. Now, if it only reaches here, that's totally fine. Just use your hand to shuffle the foot forwards so that we can get the right hand in line with the right fingertips. Drop the left knee, untuck the left toes, sink down in the left hip, roll the shoulders back, push the chest through the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, walk the hands back, straighten the right leg. Exhale, come down over the right leg. Half splits. Inhale, bend the right knee, walk the hands forwards, sink the left hip. And exhale, start to walk the hands back, carefully straightening that right knee, pulling in the belly as we fold down over the right leg. Inhale, walk the hands forwards, bend the right knee, really make length between the left knee and the right knee. Take the eye gaze ahead. Exhale, walk the hands back, straightening the left knee and folding down, trying to get all of the belly resting on that thigh. Inhale, walk the hands forwards, tuck in the left toes, lift the left knee, plant the hands down, take the right foot back behind you, come into your plank again. Check your alignment, look at the V in your hands, roll the inner elbows forwards, press the hands into the ground, lifting that space between the shoulders up. Take an inhale, roll onto the tippy toes. You can either come down to your knees again, or exhale, coming down as a plank, elbows in line with shoulders, and then finally coming down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale for your cobra. Belly button stays on the floor. Pull the shoulders back, elbows reaching together behind your back. Exhale, tuck the toes, either press to the knees or lift all the way up and back into your downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift the left leg up high, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the left hip. Inhale up onto the tippy toes of the right foot. Exhale, sink down into the heel of the right foot. Check that your shoulders are stacked. We're not rotating the body, only the hip. You can flex the left foot here and just really try to extend that outer left thigh away from the mat. Close the left hip. Inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, pull it into the chest. Tuck it in as tight as you can, rolling the body forwards into your three-legged plank, and just sit that left leg all the way forwards. Staying on your high plank now, don't drop the right knee. Inhale, raise the arms up, come into your high crescent. Take an inhale, lift up out of the fingertips. Exhale, sink as low as you can. Really feel that right hip opening. Inhale, look up. Exhale, pull the arms down behind you. Inhale, arms reach up nice and slow. Feel all of the shoulders opening. Exhale, arms come over and forwards. Lean the body over as we reach to the front of the mat. Bring the hands back down. Rock forward so that your weight is in your hands. Release the left foot. Take it out behind you. Coming into your vinyasa. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, lowering down. Keeping the elbows glued to the ribs all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale for cobra. Really pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, plant the toes down. Lift the hips. Lift the hips up and back. And come into your downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Really spreading the fingers wide in your downward dog. Encouraging the heels down, but they don't need to touch the ground. That's not the most important part. Just keep extending from the crown of the head to the base of the hips. Take the eye gaze ahead. Bring the right foot up on your inhale and bring it all the way to the front of the mat. Keep that left knee lifted. Inhale, lift your arms up high. Come into high crescent on the right leg. Inhale, reach up out of the fingertips. Spread the fingers wide. Exhale, turn the palms out. Pull them down behind you. Turn the palms back up. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, roll the body forwards. Reach the arms forwards. Come down to the mat. Lean forwards in your weight, so your weight is in your hands. Release the right foot behind you. Come back into your plank. Inhale, roll forwards onto the tippy toes. Exhale, find your vinyasa, lowering down to the ground. Maybe taking an upward dog here, untucking the toes. Roll the shoulders back, expand across the chest. Exhale, rolling on the toes. Lift the hips up and back, come into your downward dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, roll the body up and forwards. Come into your plank once again. Bring the feet together, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot as we turn the body over. Come into your side plank. Maybe reaching the right arm up. Keep the body nice and strong, hold the navel in. Bend the right knee, lift the right knee up. Keep pressing down in the outer side of the left foot. And maybe try to secure the right foot on the inner thigh. Inhale, arm comes up, lift the hips up, reach the arm overhead, eye gaze to the ground. Inhale, right arm comes up, press into the ground with the left foot as you lift the right foot up, and you can either take the right foot in the right hand and assist it, or do it all by yourself as you rotate back over and bring the right foot back forwards. Finishing in a high plank with the right leg forwards. Inhale, eye gaze ahead, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands, take the right foot back, come into your plank. Inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, lower down to your vinyasa. Untuck the toes, lift up, up dog. Exhale, hips come up and back, downward dog. Inhale, roll forwards. Feet come together, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Nice and slowly come into your side plank, left arm raises high. Keep those shoulders stacked, hips are stacked. Keep pressing that right foot into the ground, bend the right knee, and bring the left foot onto the inner right thigh. Placing the whole heel down if you can. And inhale, lift the hips, reach the left arm up and over. Maybe take the eye gaze to the ground. And again, you can either assist your foot or see if you can lift your left foot up, rotate onto the ball of the right foot, and bring the left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, push the chest forward, sink the right hip down. Enjoy your high lunge. Place the hands, take the left foot back, come into your plank. Inhale to plank. Exhale your vinyasa. Lowering down. Remember, you can always change. You could inhale back to cobra. You could push back to your knees. Come back to your downward dog. It's your practice today. Just because you've switched from cobra to up dog doesn't mean you can't switch back again anytime. Maybe take a couple petals here if it feels good. Try to open out the side body. So as we bend the left foot, straighten the right, turn my body to the right, really pressing back in that right heel. I'm going to straighten the left foot, left leg, bend the right, turn the body to the left. Feeling it all the way down from my left armpit down to my left heel. And come back to center. Inhale onto the tiptoes. Take the eye gaze ahead. Bring your toes together. Once you're on your tiptoes, bend the knees down. And you can either walk or hop with me to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift the arms overhead. Extended mountain. Exhale, palms come together for your prayer pose. Inhale, lift the prayer up to the sky, upward salute. Exhale, fold down however you would like. Coming back down to the ground. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Pull the shoulders down and back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Either take a step back or hop back. Come back into your plank position. Now inhale, come onto the tips of the toes. Drop the knees down. Untuck the toes, come into your tabletop. Just take a second to make sure that your hands are under the shoulders and knees are under the hips. You don't need to spread the fingers super wide, just a nice natural space between the fingers, but do turn them out so that the V is facing forwards. Press down into the ground, lift the space between the shoulders. Take an inhale, drop the chest through the shoulders, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. And exhale, pull in the navel, tuck the tailbone in, bringing the chin down to the chest. Pull in the belly, getting all the air out. Lift the spine up to the sky. And inhale, drop the shoulders through. If you're wondering why we're doing cat-cow after a warm-up, it's because I like to just allow the body a moment to heat up. Exhale. And really give us a moment after all those vinyasas just to get connected to our breath again. Take another inhale. Really try to extend the spine down as much as you can. Maybe even lifting the head up to the sky. Tuck in the pelvis. Slowly curling the back up as we pull the head in, making as high a cat as we possibly can. And slowly bring your cat back as you drop your hips down to your heels. Now you can take your heels wide if you want a bit more of a hip opener. I'm going to try to reopen my shoulders more after all those planks. So I'm going to reach my fingertips forward as much as I can, really gripping the ground with my fingertips. Once I get as far as I can, I exhale, trying to drop my head down, maybe even reaching the mat with my forehead. And keep the arms pulled. So you're gripping the ground with your hands, creating length between your shoulders and your fingertips. And just slowly start to walk the hands back up again as we come up to seated. We've already prepared our back, so we're going to come into our camel pose. A nice heart opener for the morning sequence. So we're coming up onto our knees. Knees want to be about hip width apart. Top sides of the feet down, directly behind the heels. We're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall. Now you can place your hands on the tops of your hips, just the very top of your bottom. Fingers pointed down. Roll the shoulders back, expand across the chest. Inhale, lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale, keep the hips pushing forwards. As we keep the chest lifted up away from the hips, we're not crushing down in the lower back as we start to allow the shoulders and the head to slowly come back. Now this might be as far as you go today. It's a really nice back stretch, but if you want to take it further, just very mindfully take one hand down and find your heel. Once you find it, secure your hand, take the other hand down, find the opposite heel. I like to grab my feet with the thumbs on the outer edges, fingers on the inside. Once you find it, press the hips forwards. Really try to get the hips over the knees. And just let the head hang relaxed. Take nice, long, steady breaths. Keep finding length in the spine. Try not to crush that lower back. Keep pressing down in the heels. Using the hands to find length and space across the chest. And when you're ready to come out, take a complete exhale. And a nice long inhale to come up. Take everything in reverse. Hands come to hips. Tuck the chin to the chest. Come all the way back up to seated, kneeling. And I always like to just bring my hips back down to my heels. I always feel a little lightheaded after camel. So just give yourself a moment here to readjust. If you're still feeling a little bit dizzy, you can always walk the hands down super slow and just feel each part of the back as it starts to relax again. Maybe even bring your forehead down and come into another child's pose. Lift your head from the forehead. We're not quite done. Walk the hands back. Come back up to seated. Press into the hands as you crisscross the feet behind you. Slowly make your way back so you can come into seated. Take the legs out ahead of you. And we're going to do a little bit more core work here. So try to sit in the middle of your mat. Bring your soles of your feet to the ground. Bend your knees. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back and press the chest forwards. Come up onto the tippy toes of the feet. Walk the feet back. Find that perfect balancing point on your sits bones. Lift one toe, then the other. And find your tabletop with your legs. And whenever you're ready, try to reach the arms out long ahead of you. Try to keep finding length in the spine. Pull the shoulders back and try to lift up through the crown of the head. Take a couple of breaths here. Keep pulling in the lower belly, pulling that navel into your spine. You should feel the top sides of your legs firing up. One more deep inhale. Hands on the back of the thighs. Allow the soles of the feet to come down. Pull the chest forwards. Really pull those shoulders back. Imagine your shoulder blades are trying to kiss together behind your back. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Tuck the chin to the chest. Make a nice C curve in the spine. Reach the arms over and forwards. And keeping this nice C curve, start to roll down to the ground super slow for 5, 4. Feel the lower back starting to touch the ground. 3. Keep that chin tucked till the very end. 2. Feel the middle back, the upper back. 1. Eventually your shoulders, the head and the neck all comes down. Reach the arms overhead. Take the legs out long. Inhale, full body stretch. Oh, that feels good. And exhale, bring the arms either side of the body. Pull the right knee into the chest. And really try to get that right knee into that right shoulder. Keep that left foot flexed and active. And take an inhale. Allow a little bit of less pressure on the right knee. As we exhale, take the right knee over to the left side of the body. Make a cactus arm with the right arm. Just slowly allow the right knee to come over to the left in your supine twist. Just go super slow. I keep the eye gaze straight up until I find that very last resting place for that right knee. And then when I feel I found it, start to slowly take my eye gaze to the right and feel the left side of my neck release. Start to slow and steady the breath. Keeping your focus exactly where you are, not letting any distractions come in. Maybe counting the breath just to really keep your awareness here. Take an inhale. Take the head back to center and exhale. Bring that right knee back in. Hug it into the right armpit. And release the right leg out long ahead of you. Inhale, bring that left knee into the chest, hug it into the left armpit. And exhale, take that left knee over to the right side. Keep the right foot engaged, keep it flexing. Using the right hand to gently steer and support the left knee. We're not tugging it, we're just there for support. And take that left arm out to a nice cactus arm. So we're bending the elbow at a 90-degree angle, palm facing up. Using your exhale to allow the twist a bit further. And whenever you're ready, take your eye gaze over to the left. Allow the whole neck to relax. Coming back to our breath. Maybe counting. Trying to come back to our 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Keep pulling in the belly. Feel all of the abdominal muscles being massaged as we twist the body. Take an inhale. Exhale. Eye gaze ahead. Bring the left knee up. Hug the left knee into the left armpit. And release the left leg out long ahead of you. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Full body stretch once again. Bring the arms overhead as you exhale. Tuck the chin to the chest. We're going to do one complete body roll up. See if you can come up without moving the lower body. Keep the chin tucked. Keeping the body as small as we can. And then we're going to reach the arms out ahead of you. Inhale. See if you can grab your feet, grab your toes, grab anywhere along your legs. Inhale. Lengthen in the spine. Take the eye gaze ahead. Exhale. Wherever you're grabbing, your toes, your shins. Bend the elbows. Keep the legs as straight as you can as we try to deepen our forward fold. Inhale, come back up to seated. Point and flex the feet a little. And finally, rolling back down. Keeping the arms long, tuck the chin to the chest. Take everything in reverse. Take as much time as you can before you come down to the ground. Take your feet out wide to the edges of your mat. Roll the feet outwards. Feel that space be created between your legs, between your thighs. Take the arms a little distance away from the body. Roll the palms upwards. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Tuck in the pelvis. Try to get as flat to the ground as you can. Gently blink the eyes closed. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Last inhale, really make it the biggest one you possibly can. Inhale into the belly. Moving up, inflate the chest. Hold at the top. Exhale, sigh it out. Staying in your savasana as long as you need today. But try not to stay too long, as you might be a little sleepy. And this is our morning sequence. Whenever you're ready to come out of your savasana, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe bring in the fingers and the thumbs to touch. Tiny movements, gradually getting bigger. Moving the knuckles, rolling the wrists, turning the ankles, lifting the forearms, maybe bending the knees. Just really start to find movement all over your body. Inhale, raise the arms overhead, take a big breath. Bend the left knee, roll onto the right side of the body. Take the right arm out long ahead of you and relax here on your side for a second. Just soak up the last couple of seconds that you can. And whenever you're ready, using your upper arm, press into the ground to support yourself. Keep the eyes closed if you can. And just come back up to a nice seated position. Find whatever position is comfortable for you. It can be cross-legged on your knees. And we're just going to do a little bit of deep breathing here just to reawaken our bodies and our minds and prepare us for the day. You can have your palms facing upwards, rest them on your knees. Just do whatever feels good for you. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin. And we'll begin with a deep inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. 10 more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Pulling in the belly at the end and breathe in. Really lift the chest and exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Really listen to the sound of your breath as it passes through your nostrils. And exhale. A little quicker. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Breathe in. And out. Last one, breathe in. All the way out. Hold the breath. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice the feeling in your body, any feeling of relaxation. Keep holding the breath as long as you can. Stay with me. And whenever you're ready, take a long and controlled inhale through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Chest is lifted. Shoulders are back. Feel the collarbones lifted. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead, big stretch. Palms come together overhead and pull them down in front of the chest. Come into prayer pose. Gently blink the eyes open if they are closed. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.